Former Sheriff's Deputy Richard Fisher was initially charged with 20 counts of assault, burglary, forcing oral sex, and sexual battery. But his plea deal with the DA did not include any of the sex charges. Instead, he pleaded to 4 felony assaults, 3 misdemeanor assaults, and misdemeanor false imprisonment. At the most, Fisher could face 5 years in prison. There's also a chance he won't serve any prison time. 2 of Fisher's victims say his plea deal invalidates what happened to them.
If somebody is guilty of some charge, need to be guilty and need to be charged with that.
One woman who asked that KPBS only identify her by her initials TD says she first encountered Fisher in January 2017 when he was called to her home to check on her welfare. He returned several times and would force her to kiss and hug him. She was afraid to say anything bad about the police.
He take my right wrist and take me in my bedroom, sit me on a bed, and he opened his zipper and forcing my head. I don't know how long that was, like maybe can be 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 1 minute. I cannot know exactly. I remember the dog from his car was barking so loud. This is what is gonna stay in my head, like the memory I have. And I remember staying that night, all night, like so embarrassed, and dealing with police is not easy.
TD says district attorney prosecutors told her Fisher would plead guilty to forced oral sex. That didn't happen.
I think anybody who make mistake, they need to, if they make plea bargain, they need to plea on what they're done.
Her experience has made her question whether the justice system works.
My desire is for all new generation, all females, and to be safe and not to be scared to tell the truth.
Fisher's defense attorney, Gretchen von Helms, told KPBS the majority of the victims wanted a plea deal. District Attorney Summer Stephan declined an interview request. She sent a press release after the deal saying it was, quote, in accordance with the wishes of the overwhelming number of victims who agree it is a just and appropriate resolution that holds the defendant accountable for his crimes. Stephan also says a judge will decide whether Fisher has to register as a sex offender, which is still possible but not guaranteed since he didn't plead to sex charges. Michael Crowley is a criminal defense attorney not involved in the case.
Get him to the point of where it is discretionary to have the sex registration, that the judge will make that decision, probably based on psychological reports and the static 99. That's huge.
He says if the sex charges were included, sexual offender registration would be mandatory. Another woman who asked only to be identified by her initials KP says she also believed Fisher would be pleading guilty to sexual assault. She accused Fisher of groping her during a traffic stop.
When they read it off and then it was over, I was kind of looking around like, wait, that's it? Like, that's what he got charged with? Like, it was really baffling, honestly.
Fisher will be sentenced in early December. Claire Trageser, KPBS News.